Hello friends, welcome to another one of our community classes. This time we're going to be exploring how to experience your herbal medicine fully. Now, if you have plant medicines that are part of your daily wellness routine, tinctures, teas, powders, capsules, botanical incense, topicals, it doesn't matter. If you have plants that you're working with on a regular basis, chances are you are not getting the full spectrum of what's possible. And what I would like to share with you today is a simple way that you can open yourself up, make your body, your mind, your emotions, your spirit more receptive to the full blessings of the plant spirits as they come through the format or the medium of medicine. So let's get into it. Before we get too far into the wild weeds with this one, if you want more content like this, if this is the kind of stuff that really flips your switches, find the link in the description below to join us over on Patreon, where you can support my work and get access to advanced content. I would also, of course, very much appreciate you giving this video a like, subscribing to my channel, hitting the bell icon so you don't miss any of these free weekly classes. All right, so as I mentioned, plant medicine is a medium. What's inside the container of the herbal medicine you take, the tincture, the tablets, whatever? Obviously, there's an expression of the phytochemistry of the plant. There's the macronutrient profile, there's the chemical profile of what that plant delivers to your body when you ingest them. But that is not even half the story, and in my opinion, it's not the most important part of the story. The most important part is that plant medicine brings wisdom. We call it wisdom medicine. So when you ingest herbal medicine, not only are you getting all of those phytochemical and macronutrient-based benefits, you're also getting the intelligence of the plant spirits who are in that little bottle. You're getting their virtues, their energetic expressions, their wisdom, their connection to nature, their connection to otherness. But because this is a subtle kind of medicine, if we aren't squishy and receptive to it, oftentimes it either doesn't take, we miss the wisdom that's coming in, or it doesn't kind of download at all. One of the core concepts of the kind of love that plants bring us is that love is permissible, meaning whatever we seek, whatever we want, is what the plants tend to channel into our lives. They will, of course, confront us with the truth of who we are in a mirroring kind of way with the medicine. But when it comes to how they move through the body, creating transformation, creating magic, creating medicine, they meet us sort of where we are, where we're willing to go. So what I want to show you today is a very, very simple way to get yourself into a very receptive, open place so that you're making room for the plants to come in and do what they do best. You're kind of wiping the chalkboard and saying, hey, I'm invoking the plant spirits through the medium of herbal medicine to come in and school me. Now, some people get a little afraid when they hear stuff like this because they're like, what's going to happen? Am I going to get laid out? Am I going to have to relive trauma points? What's going on? No. Again, wisdom means that they know how to meet you where you are. The plants being persons means that they are able to come in and tailor the way they teach you, tailor the way they give wisdom to accommodate where you are in your journey. So no, you aren't going to experience dark night of the soul, healing crisis, skin breaking out, eyes turning yellow. None of that's going to happen if you work with the right allies dosed the right way. What will happen is that you will find that in addition to all of the physical tissue-based benefits that you will continue to get from your herbal medicine, that your mind starts to change, that new patterns start to come in, that old patterns that don't serve you start to disappear, that the way you feel about things starts to become more clear, more healthy, more empowered, that the space you hold feels like the space a tree holds. It's connected. and rooted and sovereign, rather than feeling alienated or intrusive. Bigger than that, we will find that the world around us starts to respond to the medicine that we carry now in our blood and in our bones, meaning the medicine overflows from being inside of your skin to being inside of your entire life journey. So you will start seeing your life reflect the benefits of the medicine. The tincture that you take to deal with your internal stress and anxiety. I'm holding my Ashwagandha tincture here. They call me Joshwagandha because I gotta work with Ashwagandha every day. If I don't, I'm not my best. And the people around me also know that when I haven't had my Ashwagandha. So if you're taking an herb internally that works on your stress, that works on the way that you're reacting to stressors, or the things that you're taking in too deeply, or the things that are being allowed to knock you out of your version of center, you'll start seeing that your life also gets that medicine. I'm going to show you how to do it here in a minute, meaning that the experiences, the people, the situations, the relationships, the patterns that are also incredibly stressful or are reactive or are not properly trauma informed or are coming at things from like a fight or flight place instead of a place of power, they'll start to adjust. Now, for most folks, this doesn't happen overnight, but it happens quickly. And what we find is that people who journal every day when they, take their medicine and they do the little ritual I'm about to teach you, and they write a few lines, here's what I experienced, here's what happened. These are the folks that can go back a month later and reread the last 29, 30 days and say, holy cow, like the transformation is dramatic, but it's subtle. And it clicks us into places that we already know we should be. So sometimes it can fly under the radar. So there's a big call here to make journaling part of your process. Again, get a cheap notebook, write the day, write what the dose was, write what the plant medicine was, and just do a few lines or a sketch. Sometimes I don't even write words, I just do a little diagram of my experience with the ritual that I'm going to show you. And I let that inform me so that I can come back later on and say, wow, I've made a lot of progress. Things are really, really different. Things that I didn't expect to be influenced by this plant spirit or this group of plant spirits totally got straightened out for me. This is the real magic of plant medicine. When we talk about holistic, when we talk about spiritual medicine, the implication, unfortunately not commonly in the world right now, but the truth of it, the real implication, the real definition is that this medicine should be able to reach into every single part of our life narrative, whether that's internal or external. But it has to be done with the appropriate respect. It has to be done with us stepping into engagement and relationship with the plant spirits in order to express our intention and our permissibility to be adjusted in this way. So here's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you what I do using a tincture, but you can creatively apply this to whatever format of plant medicine you work with. If you drink a tea, you can take sips of tea. If you do a capsule, honestly, between us, not my favorite way to work with plant medicine because you miss out on the taste, the scent of the plants, and that's an important part of this. And that capsule kind of just breaks open in your stomach and is like, I'm here, kind of Trojan horses your body a little bit. But if that's what you have access to, if that's what works for you, please still do this. Botanical incense, you can do this with incense, with smokables, with topicals, oils, salves, balms, baths, washes. No limit, okay, is what I'm trying to say. I'm using a tincture example, you can apply this to whatever. So what I like to do, spend just a second getting into where you are as you are right now. If you have some plant medicine handy, why don't you grab it? You can come along on the journey. We'll do this kind of half demo and half guided, right? So folks that don't have plant medicine available, I'm going to show you what to do. Folks that do, come along with me for the journey. So I like to spend just a few seconds, and again, I'm often taking my tinctures like as I'm walking out the door. I'm not going to sit down for 10, 15 minutes for this ritual. It's quick. I got keys in one hand, tincture in another sometimes. So just check in. Where are you? How are you? As you are. How have you started the day? How are you coming into this moment? How does it feel to be you? Explore, quick little body scan, kind of go from your feet up to your head. See if there's any tension, any worry, any knots, any places in your body where you're kind of clenching, holding on, right? Like if you're not holding on, you're going to float away or fall apart. Get into your head a little bit. Check that mental atmosphere. What's the weather like in there today? Is it stormy, windy, calm, sunny, or dark? Take a moment and just look at your breath. Don't change it. Just see where it is. How deep is it going? How free does it feel? How constricted does it feel? Breath can tell us a lot about how we are inside and how we're able to receive, how we're able to give. So now we kind of know where we are now. It's going to give us a baseline to explore where the medicine takes us. So I will spend just a moment with my medicine, sharing a couple of breaths, tapping into the personhood of this plant or plants that have shared their medicine with me, their virtues, their wisdom, their magic. Really just breathing with the medicine to kind of enter into a rapport. And this not only helps quiet us down a little bit, but energetically, it's actually a little bit of a handshake. It's letting your body know you've brought this medicine deeply into your field, right into the liminal point of your body, your heart center. You're letting your body know it's coming. Ashwagandha is about to come in, so let's make what adjustments we need to make, right? Let's be ready to receive the medicine, and my body knows this medicine well, so the minute I hold this tincture against my heart center, there's a deep sense of peace and wellness, familiarity, familiar friend. And you can imagine exhaling into the medicine as an offering, inhaling from the medicine as receiving their gift to you. Do it just a few times. Just get into tree speed, slow the body, calm the immune system so that everything can just come in. And I'm going to take my dose. If you have some medicine with you, feel free to join along. Now, from here, I'm going to imagine letting that medicine flow right into my heart center. This is a tincture, so I've got the little alcohol burn on my tongue. Obviously, I feel it in my belly, right? Totally normal. But I'm just going to imagine letting all that ashwagandha energy, all that herbal medicine, just sit right in the center of my being. This crossroads space, this liminal space, is in direct relationship with the plant realm. The otherness within is in relationship with the otherness without. And from here, I'm going to be quiet and still, and I'm going to follow the medicine. So I'm going to give you about a minute of quiet. For those folks who aren't taking medicine, just sit and breathe with us for a second. See how the tincture moves through your body, where it flows, what parts of your body seem to respond or light up or activate, what areas of tension or relaxation come onto your radar, what thoughts have arisen in your head, what emotions have bubbled up from your heart and in your spirit. Maybe your physical body adjusted when you brought that medicine in. All of this is how the plant spirit is communicating with you. They're teaching you. They're showing you how they move in you. They're showing you how they adjust you. They're showing you what your stuff they can work on. Your stuff. So spend a moment. So when you do this on your own, please take as much time as you like. Please follow the medicine. Please listen to what the medicine is saying from inside of you. Be present. If the medicine feels like it runs up against walls trying to get to different parts of your body or different parts of your mind or different parts of your life, go sit with that. Breathe into it. See if you can be helpful. Meet the medicine halfway and learn. Again, this is the language of the plant spirits. They teach through a translation that happens in our heart of hearts. It sounds like your body. It sounds like your nervous system. It sounds like your thoughts, your memories, your likes, dislikes, your fears, your joys. But it's the plant spirits calling on your internal language to show you what they're up to, what they're doing, and what they're bringing to you. This is single-handedly the most powerful way to work with herbal medicine. And if this is your first time dropping into an intentional dose, right? Just taking your standard adult daily dose of whatever, you will feel different. You will feel that the medicine has been invited into every single part of who you are. And that's what we want. And now you're going to go out into the world today carrying the virtue, the personality, the presence of these persons, these spirits in your body. They're with you, right? You're accompanied by the retinue of plant spirits. And the world will respond to you differently. Okay? This is magic and medicine intertwined into one expression of blessing from the green world. So go sit with this, play with this, right? You got stuff to write down, right? If you just followed along with me or the first time you do this, you will know, oh my God, I have stuff to write down. I have stuff I want to remember about how I just felt, how the right side of my body felt, the left side, the legs, the head, the emotions, the song that popped into my head, the smell that I just remembered. You will have things to write down. And this is important because, again, come back and look, survey where you've been. It's easy to slip under the radar. Don't let this slip under the radar because you want to be present for it and go deeper and deeper. So I hope you enjoyed that. This is one of my favorite ways to teach plant medicine to people. I think it's crucial. And I would really love to hear your experiences. If you try this, if you tried it with me now, if you try it later, to whatever level you're comfortable, please use the comments below and share your experience with me. Let me know how this feels. Let me know which plants you're working with, and all of that. And again, give the video a like, please. Come see us on Patreon. We've got all kinds of good stuff in the works. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. I look forward always to meeting all of you and discussing and dialoguing with all of you. And I look forward to seeing you next time. Cheers.